1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
Okay. Is that the fear of open spaces?
I think it's agoraphobia. Is it agoraphobia? And thunder is agoraphobia. One or the other, isn't it? They sound very similar.
Yeah. I think, agoraphobia is, the definition is something like fear of open spaces, but actually I don't think that really just covers it. No. It's more a fear of leaving the safety of your home, and you might be outside, and I suppose if you're with someone, it's a bit different, but there's no escape from the reality of being outside. You might be in a crowd, you might be in an open space, but it's the fear of not being able to get back to safety, back to home. And again, a very real fear experienced by a lot of people, agoraphobia, horrible fear, really. Yeah. And there's plenty of others. To me, I suppose if I own up to having a phobia, it's claustrophobia. I think that's quite a common one as well. It might go back to when I was a kid. I got stuck in a lift, probably for 20 minutes. It seemed longer, I seem to recall, but it wasn't pleasant. And ever since, I suppose I've had a bit of an aversion to going into lifts. I do when I have to, because sometimes you don't really get a choice. But I've never really lost that sense of being trapped in a situation. And going back to your flying, I don't mind flying. I get a bit apprehensive on takeoff, like most people do, but I'm not phobic about it. But some people, again, in the aeroplane, like a cigar tube, they can get very claustrophobic in an aeroplane as well. So that can be another feature of that. But just one brief story, which I'll just mention about claustrophobia, because it might be something you might be interested, or anyone listening might be interested to look at if you haven't heard of it before. It was a case in America, in Utah, in 2009. And for Thanksgiving, that weekend in November, people were traveling back to their childhood homes. And one guy, John Jones, was going back with his wife and child, and she was pregnant as well, his wife, to his parents' home, and he was one of about 5 or 6 siblings. Well, when they were kids, John Jones and one of his brothers, Josh, their dad used to take them into a local cave system, and it's a strange name, it's called the Nutty Putty Cave System in Utah. And when they were little, his dad took them down there into various nooks and crannies of a cave, frankly, my worst nightmare. And they practiced rescuing people. So the boys, they were probably 10 or 12, they pretended to be stuck in these very narrow tunnels. And one way or another, their father and others of their kids would manage to pull them out. So that was all a bit of a strange prediction almost, because in 2009, the family went back for Thanksgiving, and John and Josh, his brother, and others of their siblings, I'm not entirely sure how many there were, they said, let's go down to the Nutty Putty cave system. It was quite clear, near to where they lived. So they went down there, and particularly John and Josh, they were sort of separated from the others, and they knew the caves quite well because it had all been mapped over the years.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins.
The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
into our show. It's hosted by Cuz, the leader of our gang. Will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Cuz does.